Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Pixies Channels Live, my very first interview with the one and only EagleVP, aka Keith. How are you doing this evening, Keith?
I'm all right, thank you very much, Chris. I'm looking forward to this interview with you. I hope you've got some decent questions. I hope you've been looking through my videos to ask me some, or have you got some from fellow YouTubers to ask me?
Unfortunately, I haven't. I've been a very busy bee, so I shall do my very best. I have looked at your channel, but it's just trying to remember because I've got that many bloody videos. I'm trying to think of what's what. I have got my phone on me go here, so I know you've got two things going, which is the Drone Flyers and Monday review show, and also you do your very own one-to-one, which is why I'm giving you a one-to-one, because you're giving everybody else's one-to-one. So what made you do two shows?
Well, because I've always been interested in drones, and I bought myself one about 8 months ago, and I looked on the net and on YouTube, and there's no such thing as Drone Flies review shows. So I thought I'll start it because...
Sorry, the cat wants to come in.
Yeah, because, you know, I'm interested in drone footage, and there's a lot of average drone footage around, but I'm looking for excellent ones that I subscribe to, and if I subscribe to them, I hope my subscribers who look at the Drone Flyers review show will subscribe to them and help their channels grow. And I spend roughly about 20 hours a week looking through drone footage, and there is a lot of drone footage on the internet from all over the world, but to pick the best out, you know, that's what I'm looking for, the best. Because I think if you pick the best out, then people will look at it, and hopefully the show will grow.
Well, I've looked at your last review show, and there was one guy, or was it the one before that? I think it was one before that where they had the Snowy Mountains one.
Yeah.
He was absolutely top quality. But it must take you hours and hours and hours to find this footage.
Yeah, oh, it does, Chris, because as I said before, there is a lot of average footage on the net, but to look for the best or the excellent quality, that's what I try. But the only problem is when you send them a message to ask them for info about the channels or about them particularly, they never come back to you. So although it's a review show, I'm looking at ways to make it better, make it more interesting, because the average views I get on it are about 120 a week. It's like the one-to-ones interviews that I do. The average views on that are about between 120 and 150. And I have the same problem with the one-to-ones, because I messaged them, but they never come back to me.
Right.
And if you haven't got the Hangout name or their email, you can't get them on Hangouts, can you?
So that's it. Sometimes they don't put the email and the about bit.
Yeah, and that is the problem, you know. I mean, Palm Springs Cindy, I've been trying to get in touch with her. I sent her an invitation on Hangouts because she said she'd do a one-to-one with me, about 6-7 weeks ago. But she hasn't accepted my invitation, so I can't phone her on Hangouts. So I just keep on sending a message on the comments, but I never get anything back. And so I haven't done a one-to-one this week at all, because normally I do it on a Tuesday night. But it's very hard to get in contact with the people. And I do a lot of research, you know, because I go through all the videos, like when I interviewed you. I went through all your videos, and when I interviewed Mel, I went through all his videos, and you look at them, you watch them, and you make, you know, you write down comments about it, so you can ask the questions. The one that I did with Robert last week, Robert Stanton, he hasn't got anything on. Very few uploads, nothing about himself. So when I did the research, I was blind, because there was nothing there, so I couldn't actually say anything to, ask any questions because I didn't know anything about him. And it's very hard to interview somebody if you don't know much about that person.
That's right. Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So sorry.
Oh, sorry. Which show did you do first? Was it the drone one or was it the one-to-one? And why did you pick that one first?
It was a one-to-one, I think, that I did first, because, as I say, I enjoy meeting people. I enjoy talking to people, and I would do a one-to-one show 3 or 4 times a week if I could get the people. I'm willing to talk to anybody, help the channels grow, help my channels to grow. I mean, Bossman, I'd love to do a one-to-one with him because I think he's a very interesting YouTuber.
That's just reminded me because he said in the last night's stream, I was in Jenna Pettigrew's stream, and he says, "Can you ask Keith if he will do a one-to-one with me?" And I said, "Yes, if I remember." And you've just reminded me. And hi everyone, thank you for coming in.
Yeah. So now I know he's interested. I'll get in touch with Bossman, and it's like, Jenna, I'm going to do a one-to-one with her, hopefully.
Hopefully.
I've got arranged with Toby tonight to do a one-to-one with him on Friday night because he's at school, isn't he? So I thought Friday will be the best time for Toby. So that's why I asked you for his hangout name, because I put in Sheffield United and it don't come up.
No.
I only knew him as Toby through the live streams, so that's why it's very hard. So Bossman, I see you're watching, so we'll arrange for one Tuesday next week about 10 o'clock in the evening. That's my usual time, if that's okay with you.
But yes, I am interested in an interview, so there you go, there's another one for your list.
Yeah, which is brilliant, that.
So so what have you got your next 3 drone flying reviews coming up? Have you got another 3 lined up?
Yes, I have. Yeah, because I'm about 3 weeks in front with those, Chris.
Cool.
Because it's better to be in front than behind. So I've got all the footage. I've just got to do the the talking bit. This is the interview. But anybody who can give me some tips on how to make it a better show when you're reviewing a YouTube channel, because the reason why I did it that way, a review show instead of a shout out, is because a shout out, you don't get to see any footage about the channel usually. It's just the name, and they put the channel up on the computer and film it, or what you call it. So but to do a proper review show, I mean, I have got ideas. Like, I'd like to get 2 or 3 others involved in it, drone people or people such as yourself, send you the footage first, what I'm going to review, and just get a few comments on it, through Hangouts, so I can record it and put what you think of the footage, ways of improving the channel, the footage that they take. That's an idea. But it's getting people who have got a bit of spare time, who are prepared to do it.
That's it. And trying to find somebody with spare time who does YouTube is near on possible to do.
Yeah. But, that's why I think these live streams are brilliant for meeting people, and especially doing the one-to-ones, because like when you go on like Jenna's last night and others that I go on, and they have 3, 4, 5, you don't really get to know the person, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Whereas when you do a live one-to-one stream like we're doing tonight, you get to know the person a lot better.
Oh, definitely. It's always better when you're talking to somebody as though you're in the same room, even though you're not.
Yeah,
But like you say, you get a better feel of the person. You get the see what their character's like in person. And most of the people that I've got subscribed to me are the same off camera as they are on it. If that makes sense.
yeah. Because I mean, since it's like you, since you've been doing your live streaming, your subscriber count's gone up and up and up. Because I remember what about 6 weeks ago, you were only about 700 subscribers.
Yeah.
So in 6 weeks, you've gone up 200. It's like Bossman, since he's been doing the live streams, his subscriber count's gone up. Jenna's has gone up, and it's a wonderful tool. And Mel, who I interviewed a couple of weeks ago, I mean, he's nearly on 500 subscribers now. He's not
awesome.
So when you look at that, because he does a lot of live streams, his opinions, you know, that's his channel is growing a lot faster. Although we're never going to reach the millions, but if we could reach that 10,000 mark in 2 years' time,
oh, that'd be awesome.
Fantastic, wouldn't it?
Oh, brilliant! Yeah.
But I still think though that you have your main core of subscribers, because as you said on your 900 subscriber one, that you thank everybody, but you know you have only got maybe 50 who comment on your videos or comment on your live streams, and that's your core, isn't it?
That's the core, exactly. That's the people that you know are going to come and watch and say great video or bad video or what have you. They'll always leave the criticism or the praises, which is great. That's what I like. But saying that, I haven't had many criticism on my videos. That's another thing. If I do have a bad video, which I have one or two, say it's bad. Don't just say great video and say awesome when it wasn't. Just say it's bad, and if it was bad, then say why it was bad and what I can do to change it to make it better. And I'm sure that's what Keith would like as well, because you don't get many people on your comments saying that was bad, because they probably think, oh, they're going to unsubscribe me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's what I would like on my videos is constructive criticism, because if you get constructive criticism, if they tell you where you can improve, that's what you want, because if you don't get that, you're never going to improve. Yes, Mel, I'll have to get back to you on the 30 Days of Gratitude, the series that I'm going to do with you. Yeah.
And I did see a message from Free Music. Let me just scroll up a minute. Oh, it says, use different music, Keith. It's getting a bit repetitive, hearing the same tune over and over. Trying to be constructive, not hating.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's that is the hardest part, Phil, is finding the right type of music to go with the footage that you've got. That is a weak point of mine, a very weak point. It's like doing a voiceover. I'm not very good at voiceovers, and you know, like some of the live streams that I'm joining, they don't have the live people in. It's all done from the comments. Now I could never do that, because I like to see who I'm talking to. You know, like you've done a few times. You know, you've done live streams where you've just taken the comments and done it all from there.
Yeah.
You know,
that only works if you've got a lot of people chatting in the chat box.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you're in a chatting mood and you've got loads of things to say, you can just say off the bat and it just comes rolling off your tongue. But sometimes it's like, you know, what do I say? Yeah, there's that. Then people think, nah, it's not this, I'm going. You know what I mean? It's not good for content in my eyes. But no. Mel said, sometimes people are afraid to give constructive criticism. Yes, they are. Like we said previously, I want constructive criticism to improve my videos. But if somebody is taking the Michael or making fun of saying blah 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 whatever, That is what I don't like. But if somebody says, well, your video could be done differently this way or that way, then that'd be all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be a lot better that way. So yeah, because there's constructive criticism, and then there's taking the piss. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like Simon's Wild Presentations. I don't know whether you saw that video he put of the fox.
I didn't know. I missed that one.
Yeah, it lasts about an hour, just over an hour, I think. I've got his permission to re-edit that. I've got it down from an hour to about 28 minutes at the moment, and I'm still editing it to see if I can get it down. I want it about 16 to 18 minutes long. So
yeah, I think they're the longest. That's the longest time for a video, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I try to, when I put a video up, even the Drone Flies review show, I try to keep it at 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I do edit the footage on a lot of occasions. Not on all the occasions, but on some of the occasions I do edit it. Now, whether they ever come back, they've never come back to me and said anything. So I hope I'm all right in that, because I prefer to get their permission to review their channels.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you're downloading their footage, it's their footage. But it's been all right. I've never had any comeback from it so far, anyway.
Well, if it's getting other people to go subscribe to their channel and watch their videos at the same time, I'm sure nobody's going to complain. You know what I mean? So I'm sure none of them have got any beef with you, unless you're going to start ripping other films off or other videos off and then using it for your own game, which I'm sure you're not doing it, because I know you're not that type of guy.
Well, most of the time on that Drone Flies review show, I use their music, so I don't monetize most of them. I do a few where I've got rid of their music because I didn't think it was I didn't think it was good, and then put the YouTube music from the YouTube audio library in. But I only like a few of those tunes, because music is another one of my weaknesses. I never know which tune to pick. That's where you could get advice from.
Well, say if it's for one of your drone videos, in my head, if you got like a drone that's flying fast, maybe have some let's fly over fast, like through a mountain or something like that, or across the sea or what have you. Do like I don't know, some hip hop music, something like electronic, you know what I mean, like boom, 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 all that stuff. And then maybe if it's going slow over some rooftops or it's hovering somewhere, do slow music. Do whatever you think feels right for that particular moment in the video. So, like I said, for fast shots, do like hip hop. I don't know what you call it. This, the electronic music.
Yeah.
And then the slower music for the slower shots.
Yeah. But it's I'm looking forward to doing this 30 days of gratitude with Mel, which hopefully I'll get some started next week on that. I'll definitely get in touch with Mel, and we'll get a format for doing that.
What is this 30 days of gratitude then?
Well, Mel on his videos did 30 days of gratitude.
Right.
Like being thankful for the things that you've got in your life.
Oh yeah.
Prayer, hope, charity. If you look back at his videos, he's already done 30 days. But when I was talking to him on the one-to-one interview, I said how much I enjoyed the series. So he said to me, well, we both agreed to do another series on the 30 days of gratitude, from my point and from his point, because you're always learning.
Of course you are. So
it was just, I thought it's like Crimson. I watched his channel the other day where he's starting to do cookery, you know, for a single man. He's going to do a few videos on that. And I thought, wonderful idea.
Wow, that sounds good. I wonder if he's got his inspiration off of Jeanette.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can always go in different directions with your channels, can't you? You know, I mean, I look at Granny Monster and I look how she's developed as an editor and as a YouTuber. I mean, she's got over 5,000 subscribers. And I would say that a lot of those have come in the last year through live streaming.
Definitely. And I saw her last video. I don't know if you've seen it, or a recent video she's just put up.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
And, I do like Granny Monster. If you're not subscribed to Granny Monster, please go to her channel. Hilarious. You won't be disappointed. She does do a lot of live streams as well. She's over based in America, isn't she?
Yeah, somewhere in the States. Yeah, Florida, I think, but I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, she's I think it is Florida actually. And yeah, she's absolutely hilarious. And some of her live streams, you cry that much, you can't see keyboards to type because you're laughing that much. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's the same as your wife, Jeanette. You know, when you've looked how quick her subscribers are grown, because she's up into the 60s now, I believe.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you know, and from doing vlogging, she's now doing cookery as well. So her channel is diversifying.
Oh yeah, it's definitely growing. And like we said before, I think not only is it good content for people who want to learn how to cook, I think the live streams as well has helped because me, Jenna, Bossman, are doing like weekly Subfest.
Yeah,
live streams.
Yeah, I have been.
And that so that obviously that will help us channel grow. But we also want to get people to watch us videos, not just subscribing and then buggering off.
Yeah.
Like a lot of my subscribers have done. But then again, like I say, between 50 and 100 have stayed, so which is good. So for your channel, then, Keith, what would you want to do if you had a choice? Would you keep your drone flyers review show? That's a tongue twister for me. Or would you like to keep your one-to-ones? Which one would you prefer to have if you had got made the choice?
Well, if I had that, it would be one-to-one interviews because I enjoy doing them more. Whether I would do them all live so people can see, you could, you know, I mean, there is the other way of doing them private instead of making it public, and you do it private between the two of you, and then you can edit it like Crimson did when he interviewed Ranelin Naipo from Hawaii. Yeah. He did that. With that, you've got a lot more control because you can put effects in, you can put the picture effect, you can, you know, fetch a lot more in. Yeah. So on one of my live streams, I'm going to do a private one and try editing, you know, see what that looks like compared to the live stream ones, you know, see which ones people would enjoy better, because you know, I'm the type of guy who's always looking to improve my content. I'm not worried about how many subscribers I get. I do it because I think, well, if I enjoy doing it, then other people will enjoy watching. Because, you know, when you look at your analytics, you only, the average watch time is about 3 minutes. You know, so you think to yourself, it's like when you're doing these live streams, you get on average, say 10 or 15 watchers, and it goes up and down, doesn't it? So when you finish your live stream, you've had 60, 70, 80 views. These people that do these 3 or 4 hours live stream, they end up with 3 or 4 views, 300 or 400 views, which makes a difference. Because, I mean, as I say, my average views on my videos that I've put up, I mean, what I've got 360 or 340 videos up on YouTube, and I've only hit 157,000 hours of viewing or views. Now I look at some other channels, and like Granny Monster, what she got, over 7 million?
Over 7 million
views. Yeah, and
unbelievable.
Yeah, you think 7 million, over 7 million views. Cool, I'd love that. I'm not, because then you know that people have been watching your videos, and it's like Rich Cove, who I know, he hasn't put anything up for quite a long time, and he's got about 1,300 subscribers, but he's got over 1 million views.
Wow.
And I think a lot of them are just driving videos.
Yeah, just driving about. That's it.
Just driving about, yeah, and tutorials. But I think I think the highest count I've got is about 10,000 on John's Pass in Florida, Tampa side. I put that up in 2007, and I've had about 10,000 views on it. Now, a friend who used to come with me to the States, he's only got about just over 100 subscribers. Don't do a lot, and he put a video up of the Roy Rogers Museum. About 6 months after we'd visited, it was closed, and just that one video, he's had 80,000 views on.
Crikey.
And mine's 10,000, and you think, well, it just shows you what people look at. I mean, I put that one up of Kill Bill premiere when we was in Vegas, when we was in Los Angeles. I've had about 90 views on it, and it's bygone area that I've never seen it on. Can't find any other footage on it, and
I think I watched that one.
Yeah. But I should have edited it, and because it was filmed in 4:3, and the quality's not that good. But yeah, I see we've got the young lady Random Life Productions on. Hello, Gail.
Yes, hello, Gail. Thank you for coming in, and thank you everybody for joining me for my very first one-to-one. And this is probably going to be my only one-to-one. I don't know yet.
Well, I'll put that back to you. Why wouldn't you do more one-to-ones?
Probably like you, just getting people to do one-to-ones. I mean, if anybody likes this stream tonight, if they want to do a one-to-one, get in contact with me. I can do one with Bossman, I'll do one with Toby, I'll do one with Gail, I'll do one with Free Music, I'll do one with Mel, even Jeanette.
Yeah, be nice.
Anybody, if you want to, just give me a shout.
Yeah, because that is the hardest part. I mean, it's like Crimson. I see he's been on. I don't know whether he's still in, but he started doing the one-to-ones. I think about 3, and he hasn't done any more. So he must have had trouble getting his. I mean, It's like getting Granny on. It's finding the time when she's available to do anything.
Exactly, and when you're in different parts of the world with each other, it's that timing, isn't it? Because like, if I wanted to do it with Granny Monster, it'd have to be while I were off work, and I'd probably do it in late afternoon, because it'd be morning by the time she gets up, and if she's got time to do it. So you know what I mean? It's that time difference, time scale that's a bit dodgy.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought. I thought that, especially with the Americans. I mean, I've got one arranged with Bubba's Garage TV, Chris. But it's getting hold of him because he's 6 hours behind us. Because he's a Texan, isn't he? Somewhere in Texas. So I've been in touch with him on Hangouts. I've got in touch with him on Hangouts. I was going to do one next week with him, but he said I've just got a message up saying there's a message from him, so I'll see. But as I said, I'd do one every night of the week because I really enjoy doing them. And Random Life Productions was a very good one, but I got interrupted because the phone went off.
Oh, I've got a cat crawling on the windowsill. It's about that thick.
Yeah. You seen who else has just come into the house? Mr. Thorn Draven.
Hey, Thor's in the house. I was in somebody else's live stream, and I can't remember if that was today or yesterday, and Thorn was actually in it.
Oh, did I miss that one? Oh.
Yeah. It was Who is Nightbot? Dale Hicks says. Dale Hicks is the Nightbot is my program. It is just a little program that if there's any swearing and anything, you'll get like banned for like 5 seconds, then it carries on, then you ban it for a bit longer and stuff like that. So that's just my little friend. So anyway, Keith, back to your channel with regards to your one-to-one. Who would be your ultimate YouTuber to do a one-to-one with, and why?
Well, the one I'd love to do a one-to-one with, if I could ever get him, was Fun for Louis, because I enjoy his travel log videos. I would like to. I don't know whether you follow his channel at all.
I don't think I've got him on my list now.
He's a guy from, I think it's Cobham, Surrey, or wherever that is.
Yeah.
And he's just doing a round the world trip in a light aircraft with JP. He's one of his friends. And he puts up some very good travel log videos. He bought a bus, and he's put, done it all out. And he's got a business called Just Living, is it, or whatever, I can't remember now. But I would love to actually do a one-to-one with him, because I think he's a brilliant vlogger. He's got a good YouTube channel. The other one who I'd love to get a one-to-one with, which I'll never get, is Casey.
2 minutes. Good night, mate. Love you. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry about that, mate.
Yeah, he's Casey Neistat.
Oh, okay. Is it American?
Yeah, New York. Another one who I'd love to get an interview with. Well, I'd love to interview quite a lot of people, I mean, many years ago, I can't remember what they call this channel, but he was a young lad. He started off on YouTube. I think he was about 9 at the time when I followed him back in 2007. Can't remember his name because I unsubscribed, or YouTube
unsubscribed. Yeah.
And what he used to do, he used to interview the stars on the red carpet in Las Vegas outside Chan's Theatre.
All right.
He built up such a reputation through doing them. That's what he got into when he finished his schooling, his education. He became a presenter on one of the news channels, I think. But he was brilliant, to have the courage to go up as a YouTuber with a little camera. Don't forget, in those days, back in 2006 and 7, there were bigger cameras,
Yeah, I can imagine.
With the SBHS tapes in. And he actually stood there with the press, because he got a press pass, and interviewed people, And I thought, what a beautiful, because I love interviewing people. Not just on the live streams. I mean, I've got a thing that I'm doing now where I'm interviewing a baker. He makes the cupcakes. He's got his own business. So I've arranged to interview him next week, and a few others, businesses here. A bit like Chris the Hobby Guy, where he goes into these, like the ice cream parlour and the fudge parlour in Staten Island, is it, wherever he lives?
Pizza one as well, wasn't there? There's a pizza one. Yeah.
So I thought, well, if he can do it, I'll give it a try here. But you go into the businesses here and they'll look at you.
Well, the bloody hell you're doing, pointing a bloody camera in my face. Bugger off, innit? It'll be like that.
Yeah.
Well, I went to Asda the other day, which is from America. Asda is like Walmart owns it. Big superstore in Handsworth in Sheffield. And I went in with my phone. I thought, I'm not taking a big camera in there. It'll be too obvious. I'm talking away to myself on phone. And you get your staff like watching you. Is he FaceTiming or is he actually recording? So you're like, you're a bit wary of what to do and what to say in them places because you don't know if they're going to chuck you out or what while you're doing weekly shop.
Yeah. But well, I mean, it's like Thorn when I had me one when I did the one-to-one with Thorn Draven. He asked me to take some shots in a typical English pub.
Oh yeah.
So when I went out for a meal, I took my camera and I asked, and they says, "Oh no, you can't film in here."
So what's up with you promoting your bloody pub?
Yeah. But because it was packed on the Friday night when I went in, you know, they were afraid if some of the customers would have been offended. So
yeah.
So I always ask because you know it's like if you've got somebody in shop, if you're taking a live event and people walk past you or they're in shop, if you don't ask them, they can sue you. You know, if they don't want their face on your, you know. So really, you know, you've got to be very careful that
they can sue you if you're inside somebody's property, but if you're out in the public and filming, they can't sue you.
Yeah.
Well, that's what film anywhere in public if it's just if you're inside something like a pub or a bar.
Yeah. So that's why I ask. And usual reaction is, "Oh no, you can't do that in here." So you think, well, how do you do it? I mean, all right, you could do it with your phone, discreetly,
sneakily. Yeah,
you know. So I thought to myself, well, next time I go out, I'll take a few stills and I'll put those up.
Yeah.
On a video to show what it's like, you know. But yet, when I was in the States, they didn't mind at all.
No, I said, no, well, they're used to it. They've got that many over there in the States. They've probably got more vloggers in the States than they have, say, in Los Angeles than they have in the UK put together.
Yeah.
They're more used to it over there. But it's like when I went down to Bideford Bay with Jeanette and Callum, because it was a seaside town, and I got my camera up. I actually took it out with a tripod, stuck it on there, talking away in it. Nobody batted an eyelid because they're used to people walking around with cameras. But say if I went round Sheffield and did it, I get people like looking at me, gone out as if say, "Who's he? Is he anybody famous? Do we know him?" You know what I mean? So I suppose I don't know if you're confident enough in doing that sort of stuff. Some people just walk into a restaurant and start filming anyway. But like you said, you could get sued.
Yeah.
A hell of a lot amount of money, and you'd be probably banned from YouTube. I would have thought if that happened. Do you think?
Yeah. Well, you couldn't you? I think, yeah. But you know, it's like it's like with the drone flying. I always ask wherever I'm flying, because, you know, it's better to ask. What's the answer? Always no. And you think, is it just the UK? Because, as I say, I do look at a lot of footage, and a lot of people. I mean, it's like here, we've got a windmill called Waltham Windmill, and when I went there and asked, no. But yeah, there's 3 or 4 people that have put videos up who live in the area who have put aerial footage of that place up. But
they've just probably gone on, filmed it, gone off. Nobody's seen it.
Yeah. But see, you know, when there's people about, because it's a tourist attraction and you've got shops in there, really, you're not supposed to fly over buildings.
No.
So you are breaking the law. But people still do it, don't they? It's like the old CB days. You had the good and you had the bad on it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like YouTube. What happened with you when you first started live streaming? You know, we got those idiots in. But things have settled down.
They have, hopefully, touching wood, to stay away. But you never know. But I always seem to get at least one dislike on my videos.
Yeah.
So probably those. But I'm not bothered about the. Well, I am bothered about the dislikes, but I'm not. Like I said before, you get a dislike. Why? If they say, "Oh, it's crap, you're rubbish," and bleep, 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 I don't want that. All I want is, well, you could have done this differently. You could have done that differently. That's all I want.
Yeah, that is all we want, you know. But as you said before, you look at the comments, and they all say how wonderful or how great. And I'm just the same. When I comment on a lot of these drone videos, I always go, great flight, smooth, interesting scenery. But then you are really helping that drone flight, because you're going to get smooth shots. You're going to get great scenery because it's mainly over the seaside.
Yeah.
But really, I should say to them, yeah, wonderful views. The video went on for too long, because most of them go on for 8, 9, 10 minutes. You don't tell us where you are. You don't tell us what the conditions were. Get a few ground shots in, you know, because then you put ground shots in with your aerial footage, makes it a lot more interesting. If you vlog beforehand or during, you know, put a voiceover on. It's like Random Life Productions. She's put up a couple recently at the churchyard where she visited. She's put a voiceover on, makes it very interesting. I thoroughly enjoyed and because I know she's watching, really what I should say on them is very interesting, but you could have cut the videos down by at least 3 or 4 more minutes. Because
somebody who'd like that sort of stuff might have wanted it that long, and somebody like yourself who does like it but don't want it as that long.
Yeah, but you've got to, that's where, when you look personally at your video, you've got to think, well, yeah, that is too long, because I always do, you know, because if I lose interest, and you know, you know when you lose interest, because if you're watching a video, anybody's video, and you get, say, 3 minutes into it and you think, oh, I've had enough of it, so you turn it off, don't you?
Yeah,
you know, so if you're turning it off, that means their video is too long. So really, you should put on a comment and say, you know, you could have edited this down quite a bit. Now, if you've got different angle shots, you know, like the aerial shots, the ground shots, a bit like Matt's Big Dream, you would make it a lot more interesting. And you've got a voiceover, or you do a vlog in it, you do make it a lot more interesting for your viewers. But because your viewers never tell you, do they?
Pardon?
Because your viewers never tell you these things, you carry on making videos that you think are all right, but people are only watching for 3, 4, 5 minutes.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's like the live stream. You know, I'll ask you, you know, your opinion, but like Shoot the Shit, they put on 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours of a live stream. Do you watch it all?
No, I don't watch any of their videos.
No. You had, I was watching you on Bossman's channel last night, and you know what I tend to do is watch 5 or 10 minutes of it and then go and have a look at another live stream or another YouTuber, you know, that's uploaded something. Unless you join the live streams, you don't watch it, do you? That you don't watch it.
If it's entertaining and people's having a laugh at it, you know what I mean, and it's not too vulgar or whatever, and all this, that, and the other, then yeah, I'll stay and watch it because I'm enjoying it. But like you say, if it's about 3 or 4 minutes long and you think, I don't know about this, like you say, I'll go on to something else.
Yeah, but this is it. You've got to be interested in it. You know, I mean, I watch all of Gail's videos, Random Life Productions, because they're interesting. She makes them interesting.
Yeah, I like how she does tell you a lot about the
history,
place where she is.
Yeah,
she gives a lot of information, obviously. this is whatever churchyard, and this is the building, and she'll give you all the information about the building, all the information about the churchyard, the graveyard, how long it's been there, and what people are buried there. If there's any famous people, she'll do that as well. Tell them when they've passed away and what year they were born and stuff like that. That gets the people interested, and then they'll stay and watch the whole video, and they say, "Oh, that's that grave that she was previously talking about." So she has actually shown that, and oh, that's the church, and you know what I mean. She does a good job this way. But the one thing that does get me with Gail's video, sorry, Gail, it's a posh voice that she puts on before she starts.
Because she's not like that on the live streams, is she?
No, she's not so posh on the live stream. She's a normal self. So she got to try to be a normal self, and instead of a posh voice, it'll make them even better.
Oh, guess what, Chris? You've lost one.
I've lost one. Oh no.
Oh, sorry, Chris. No, it's me that's lost one.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Apart from that, videos are very, very interesting when she does do. I did like the kaleidoscope ones with all the pretty colours and that. That was quite good as well when she was doing that one. It's like a bit of variety.
Yeah.
But the one I've been trying to do a bit of variety. I've been trying to get into green screen videos. I've only done 3 or 4, I think, at the moment. And I think the last one I did was a Spider-Man dancing one.
Yeah.
I couldn't get the stage right, so you can see half the sand, the bits of the sand at the bottom, and then it's so hard to get them all into place because you've got to do them in 3 or 4 different segments.
Yeah.
And it's so hard. I wanted to do them like side by side, but with a dancing cow, the Spider-Man, and the Stormtrooper. I wanted them all side by side, but I couldn't because they were all different lengths, and the one of the dancing cow was only about 9 seconds long, and I couldn't find a longer video to match all the others, and I could chop down the other ones.
Yeah,
it's so hard. I'm just trying to get a different variety audience onto my channel. I know a lot of people say do 1 or 2 things on your channel, but I'm trying to get as many people in as I can to watch my videos.
Yeah. Well,
if you'd be doing that, or would you just be doing the review show and the one-to-ones? Would you just stick to those 2?
No. I'm looking for anything to challenge me. To be more creative.
Mm-hmm.
That, like we all are. I mean, all of us on here. You're on because you enjoy making videos. You enjoy live streaming. You enjoy animation. I mean, I would love to learn how to do proper animation through, like Pixies and all these. I mean, I've got the programs to do it, but it takes hours and hours just to do a second footage. And you've got to have a powerful computer to render it because it's a rendering time. So green screen, yes, I'd love to get into green screening, but it's where do I put it? Because I'm only in a 1-bedroom flat.
Yeah,
I've got no room really to hang a green screen. Although I've got a photographer friend that's got a big studio. His garage is his studio, and he's got 1 complete wall of green screen, and he's got all the lights, and he said I can use it. So I am thinking about going to see him and using that facility. I'll treat him for using that because I think it makes, like Robert last week on the one-to-one, when he was using his green screen, I thought it was brilliant. But when he moved, he's you could see, because then his hands came into play. To do it properly, you want it a full shot, really, of you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the same for a green screen. You don't actually need a green screen. It could be a green sheet. As long as it's like the luminous green, that's all you need.
Yeah.
So I said to Jeanette, I'm going to have to get a green sheet and pin it up somewhere so I can do all this business on it. And
Yeah.
then as I'm fighting a monster or something like that. So that's what I want to try and get more into. But it's just like figuring out. Obviously, I've got to watch what I'm fighting or what I'm going to be doing against, act it out, upload it, see if it's any good, and if it's not any good, I'll have to do it all again.
Yeah, yeah. But if you're doing green screen, Chris, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 good lights on the subject, because the more light you've got, you haven't got to have shadows behind you, so you've got to place the lights appropriately so you don't get the shadows. The green screen has got to be really smooth, because if you've got a crease in it, then you'll see it. But I don't know whether you've. I follow a channel called I think it's Best Green Screen, and he puts up a lot where you can download them, you know, and put them into your program and use. You know, he's got dancing figures, he's got aeroplanes, he's got tractors. I mean, he's got tons of videos up there.
Yeah, I've got that one.
Yep. Star Wars figures. He's got Star Wars, so you can download them all, put them into your thing, and it's brilliant. I don't know.
That one where Darth Vader says, "You have failed me for the last time," and I crush a stormtrooper. That and the stormtrooper was off my best green screen bloke.
Yeah, because I've got quite a few videos that I've used of his, but I've never uploaded them to YouTube because it's just messing about. But you know, I think I will do a couple.
Yeah, it's quite fun when you're doing it. It's at first when on my program I use software program. I use Filmora, and I know there's a green screen bit for it. And when I first put my green screen on, I'm thinking, well, how can I blend that in with that? That's still green. That's still green. And I was figuring out, ages how to do it. Oh, the way you daft franny. I'm about to have something on bloody YouTube that show you how to do it on that program. So as soon as I seen that, it took me 2 minutes. Go into your green screen bit, click on the green bit, and it'll say edit, advance, click on it, then it'll say effects, then you tick your button, it's there, boom. Just takes the green bit away and it blends the character or whatever into the screen. Absolutely awesome. I want to make a little film just with green screen. Probably about, I don't know, 5-10 minute film, but it will, I don't know what yet. That's why I'm doing all these little videos to start off with, just so I can get it going just as I want. And once I get it done, hopefully I can do a 5 to 10 minute video of this green screen.
Yeah.
Not sure what, I haven't got a script or anything. I just do it off my head at the moment. So
yeah. But the one thing about creating a film or anything like that, or anything really, you should write down your storyboard.
I know.
Because if you get your storyboard sorted out, it's a lot easier, you know, than doing it from here, because you know what you want. But if you make little matchstick drawings, you know, it's like doing weddings as a living. After you've done 2 or 3, they're all the same, so you know the shots that you want, you know where you want to be, and it makes it a lot easier when you do storyboard. You know, like when I do the one-to-ones, I try to get as much information about the channel that I am interviewing or the YouTuber I am interviewing by watching old videos, you know, from the beginning. If they've done any live broadcasts, live streams, then you can, that's where the problem comes in, because you can't sit through an hour or 2 hours of a live stream video. So you just scroll along and listen, and if it's interesting, then you
got your information bit,
make your comment and asked about it. But as I've said before, a lot of YouTubers don't put any information in the about thing, and you can alter that anytime you like.
Of course you can.
You can put more information about your channel. So if you're going to do short films, green screen type of films, put it in. Because whenever I sub to a channel, the first thing I always do is go to the about page, and if they've got a Google Plus in, I click on that and follow them on Google Plus. If they've got a Facebook page, I click on that and follow them on Facebook. Because I'm not on Twitter or what's the other one, pin thingy bob. Yeah. I don't follow them on that because Twitter and thingy bob. If they're on Flickr, I follow the photograph side. Because I've got my own Flickr channel, but I haven't put it in the about page, so I'll have to do that. Because I've got a lot of photographs on me. Photography on the Flickr set page.
Well, here's a bit of advice for you. If you want even more viewers, or possible more viewers, even if it's just for a YouTube channel, get a Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter, Facebook, in my eyes, are two of the most important social media tools you need to get your videos out there. You say you follow people on Facebook, you follow people on Google Plus, which is good. It's just the same for Twitter.
Yeah.
Even if it's just posting Twitter, like I said, just post your videos on there, and the more people that you get on Twitter, the more chance that they might watch your videos and then say, "Oh, he's quite good. I like him. I'll subscribe to him." So get yourself a Twitter account, even if it's just for your YouTube channel. Do it as EagleVP.
Yeah.
Explain what you do, review show, one-to-ones, and like you would on your about page, just say what you're all about. That's all you need to do, and then just post. Be active on it.
Yeah.
I have a new video coming out one-to-one on a Tuesday night. It'll be starting at 8:30 UK time. Boom, done. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, well, it's like you do. I've got to do a bit more of that, advertising me one-to-ones a few days before. Yes, I will do that, Gail. Stick those on. Yeah, I will do. I'll create an account and stick me photographs on there.
Yeah, Instagram's another good tool as well. I'm on Instagram, but I'm not as active as what I should be. Yeah. All these social media tools that's available, they'll help you get your video out there, is what we need to go on. Just even if it's just a short little clip saying, like say, advertise video. Go, Monday night review show with whoever is going to be on, obviously Monday at whatever time. Boom, the video's there.
Yeah.
And then post your link of your video once you've done it. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Keep on trying to advertise.
I'm just looking at what link you've just put my link in. You haven't put a one-to-one link in, have you? The playlist.
No, I've just put your homepage in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put your homepage in. So if nobody's subscribed to EagleVP, aka Keith, you need to go into the description, and his link is on there. Click it, and all his videos will be on there, as you know. So please go and subscribe to him, and let's get his subscribe count up.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Very much so.
Well, but I thought it'd be a bit unpolite of me not to have your link on there when it's where our one, not just my one-to-one, it's your one-to-one as well. But I'm merely asking the questions. But it's just there for people to say, well, I can't subscribe to him because he's not in the chat. How do I do it? Well, go in the description.
Oh, yeah. And another one who I would love to get on my one-to-one show interviews is Fishy Comics, because no one knows anything about him. I follow him, every video he puts on, live stream. If I'm available, I watch it. Sometimes I don't make a comment. I'm just watching in the background.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about him. I know he lives in New York. That's about it. And he's got over
He's got a
4,000
dog.
subscribers.
He's got a dog, and I can't remember what his dog's called. I do apologise. He did say.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a dog that's a bit poorly, bless him. Yeah, he does a lot of live streams, doesn't he? Short ones. They're not like hourly ones. He just tells you what he's doing at work, or is mainly reviewing a camera or what have you.
Yeah. His GoPro or his Yeep or whatever you call it. Yeah.
Oh, message deleted. Oh well. So I'm just looking at the chat. Hello, Salty Nuts. Yeah, so who did you say your next what's one is with? Say Toby.
Mr. Sheffield United vlogger, Toby Westwood. Yes.
Yeah, Toby Westwood. And what time will that be on?
Friday nights. I would say about 8:30, 9 o'clock, because I don't know what time. I've got to get in touch with him now. I'll give him a call tomorrow on Hangouts and find out what time's the best time for him. Yeah. And then next week, hopefully, we'll have Bossman on Tuesday, and Bubba's Garage TV, if I can arrange it with him. But I don't know what time that'll be, because he's 6 hours behind. So if you say tea time, that makes it 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
so I don't think I'll be alive then. So, so the only other thing is, I don't mind getting up at 5 in the morning.
Oh God, no.
And doing a live stream with him.
I think you might be on your own there, because I'll still be in bed.
so that's what, you know, I've got to arrange it, see when is the best time, because he's busy nearly all day. You know, the hours when I want to do it, you know, 10 o'clock, it's only 4 o'clock there, 3 or 4 o'clock, and he's busy. So I said, well, what's, he said tea time, but tea time to them is 5 or 6, is 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm thinking, am I going to be awake?
I have to have a quick power nap, I think, for that one, if you are going to do that one.
Yeah. I'll send you a message in your through the Google page or YouTube page, message page, Bossman, with my email address. Although it is on my About page, if you go into the About page and go into email, it's on there.
Oh, is that for Bossman?
Yeah. Because
I'll give him that one.
yeah. Well, I think it'll be interesting.
He's a good lad.
I mean, he's a great character. I mean,
he is.
I watch all his 60-second vlogs. I've watched all his live streams. You know, and I think he lives down in Kent, not far, because my brother lives in Kent, in Sittingbourne. So I don't think he's that far from that area. So when I next go down and see my brother, you know, we'll have to have a meet-up.
When's our meet-up going to happen then, Keith?
Well, you live too far away from the hospital, don't you?
I don't.
It's half. Yeah. Well, Jeanette said it was half an hour's drive.
No, it's about, depending traffic-wise, about 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, because I'm going tomorrow. So you're off still, aren't you?
Yes, I'm still off with my not so broken toe. It's twitching a little bit because I caught it on the bed today when I was attempting to put up a extended TV stand for our TV in the bedroom.
So I'll try and give you a ring to get over.
I don't seem to have your number, Keith, because I thought you gave it me.
I did. I'll put it on Hangouts for you after this.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
When you finish the live broadcast, I'll tell you then.
Yeah, that's fine. That's awesome.
You know, but you have I did give you it. So, but it's like me, you know. I mean, once I've been on the Hangouts, I delete the Hangouts because the Hangout thing was getting that big.
You couldn't see.
I thought, oh, you know, I was having to scroll down to find the ones who I wanted to get in, you know, to talk to on Hangouts. Because I mean, you know, I do use Hangouts because I used to. Keith, driving Pixie could take hours.
Driving Pixie could take hours.
You know,
well, it's having to go out at your driving, Keith.
Yeah, and I would like to get on, you know, one of your Sheffield or Toby's Sheffield United vlogs when he's doing the his video. I'd love to come in on Hangouts so he could use it, so he could record it, and put my opinions of the game, you know, Sheffield United, whoever they're playing, type of thing. Because it's like yours, you know. I mean, you know, I enjoy your vlogs from the ground that you've put on, and you've the last couple of weeks you haven't put one on.
What, for Sheffield United or a vlog?
The vlog of Sheffield United when you've been at the game.
Oh yeah, that's because we've not been playing because of the international break.
Yeah.
I'll probably obviously Sheffield United are playing away at Sunderland at the weekend.
Yeah.
I have a way of watching it. I can't say how because it's a secret and they might get banned.
Yeah.
But I'll be probably watching it, and then I'll probably do an opinion-based vlog on how I thought they played.
Yeah.
Win, lose or draw.
Yeah. So, are you going to do one with Toby on a Friday night prior to the game?
Well, we did one before the Brentford game.
Yeah, I know you did. Yeah.
First match of the season. And he said, "Are you going to do it every week?" And I said, "Oh, yeah, if I'm not too busy." And but he's starting. Toby's done absolutely awesome, actually. To be fair, Total Sheffield United is starting to get opposite fans involved.
Yeah.
He did a podcast the other day with Norwich and a Norwich fan, and I can't remember what the other fan was. Oh, was it? No, I can't remember. If Toby's still listening, put it in the chat, mate. And they had a right good little chinwag. It went, "Oh, this your team's effing this and effing that." They were doing honest opinions about each other's team, and they sort of like went through a championship, and who would have thought they were going to do how well they were going to do and everything. But absolutely awesome job. And if more fans could do it that way instead of doing their own vlogs of the match, well, still do their own thing, but say like before, like Toby's doing, get other teams involved, and other fans involved. It makes it a bit more interesting to see other people's points of view on your team and other teams.
Yeah. So you agree with me on that, and I agree with you. So when you're going to see a home game, if you went half an hour before than you usually do, you could interview a few of the opposing fans.
That all depends on if I get my head smashed in or not, though, Keith. Don't it? All right, do you want to be on camera? I'm going to do an interview with you. No, bag her off. Boom, that's it.
Yeah, but you pick the right ones. You don't pick young people. You pick our age group.
Yeah. I'll go for him with skinhead, you know, with tattoos on his face. Yeah, he'll do.
Yeah. But, you know, it would make the vlogs, as you say, if you could get the opinions of the opposing team, you know, that like Toby has, it creates a better watchable vlog, doesn't it?
Yeah, more opinions on by other people. You know what I mean? It'd be a lot better, like you say, a lot more interesting. But like I say, Toby does good football vlogs. My vlogs, football-wise, we were talking about it earlier about the length of the video.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Well, that was a good. That was a good bit of action. Should I put that in? Or Oh, that's a good bit of action. I'm looking at this. There's crap. There's over 40 minutes of footage here. I'm gonna have to trim it down a bit more. You know what I mean? So it's just trying to get it down a bit
Yeah.
more to about 10 to 15 minutes instead of 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So
that's the hardest thing to do, is cutting it, because you want to leave everything in.
exactly. You do want to leave everything in, and it's like, oh, it's so frustrating because you know that's a good bit. You know that's just as good a bit. Which one do you leave out? It's so frustrating at times.
Oh, it is. It's like when I first started videoing and doing holiday videos, I used to film everything. You know, I'd have 4, 5, 6 hours of footage, and then because in the old days it was 2 video recorders.
No, why not? Yeah.
You know, I used to think, God, this is boring. You know, because all right, if it all been computer based, it'd been lovely. But when you're doing it like that, oh, it was sheer tedium. You know,
I couldn't have done it.
And you're watching it all, and then you miss the bits, and you think, now I should have had that in, and you had to re-edit it and re-edit it and re-edit it. And in the end, the wife said to me, "You shouldn't be filming everything. You should only give a person a glimpse of, you know, because holiday videos are boring, I think. You know,
well, it all depends what you're actually doing. If you're doing some sort of activity, like I don't know, videos.
Yeah.
I mean I thought that was hilarious. The water absorbing videos I did.
Yeah.
Something like that, or if you are going to do a holiday video, give like a, if they let you film in the bar area, or
you
know what I mean, stuff like that, or interesting places out and about, instead of just like at the poolside having a sunbathe.
Yeah.
We don't want to watch somebody sunbathing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've seen a few videos like that.
Unless they're topless.
Oh, I'm gonna tell Mrs. Eagle. I've got it recorded. You're in trouble, Keith.
Oh, your what is it? Someone's just blocked me out. Oh.
It's a good job your missus is asleep, I tell you.
Well,
I think we'll leave this running for another 15 minutes, Keith, if that's all right with you.
It's your show, not mine. I'm just a guest on your show for a change.
Oh. Yes, sir.
Yeah. But
so, when's your next actual drone video you're going to do, or have you not got one in? Not interviewing, your own drone video.
Yeah. Depends on the weather, and depends on whether I can get permission. You know, I mean, the one I want to do is Walford Windmill.
Yeah.
I want to get some aerial shots of that, and then because there's a museum there. I put the museum on before, many years ago. So I'd like to go into the museum, interview the ones who run the museum, go in the shops, show the shops, go inside the windmill, and also put the aerial footage on. And it would make a very interesting video, and I might get a few views on it. But it's, as I said, it's getting the permission, you know. But I'm going to do it without permission. I'll just go when get up early one morning when there's nobody there, and go and get the aerial footage that I want, and then go back and do, you know, the shots, the ground shots, if I can get any interviews.
And
because that's what I really want to do, that type of video, you know, because then I find them very interesting.
Is there any more up and coming events in your area that you want to plan videoing?
No, because the season's over with. You know, I've missed the majority of the events. You know, I missed the Air Force Day. There is the Scampton Air Show, and where the daughter lives, I can get some of the planes because they come over there, the Red Arrows and everything like that. So I might go there and do a bit there.
That would be quite interesting if you've seen. I love the Red Arrows. I've not seen them in ages. So, yes, if you don't mind, please go and do some of the Red Arrows. That would be awesome.
My mate's brother-in-law is in the RAF and he's stationed at Scampton and he gets a pass. So I might pop and see him and see if I can get a pass to go in with him, because then you can get right up to...
Get up close and personal.
Yeah. Because that's what I like, you know. I mean, my mate works for S3 TV, Steve West, and I'm supposed to be doing a bit with them on the news stories, but he's had a few personal problems, so he hasn't been in touch for a while. But you know, I like doing anything like that. Yeah,
that'd be absolutely awesome.
Hmm.
That would, because there were a guy called, there's a guy I'm subscribed to, I think you are as well, Keith, called Eric.
Yeah.
He does the bridge videos.
Yeah.
And they did one a few weeks back, actually inside the bridge where the operations.
Yeah.
I thought that was quite interesting. I not only saw the bridge go up, but you saw actually how they did it.
Yeah.
So more videos like that would be actually awesome. And you might even be able to film one of the planes inside a cockpit.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to do that. You know, really would. You know, that's why I think I'd love a GoPro or a Yi, because then you can put it on and get the shots. You know, different shots. Because that's why I'm liking this round the world trip that Fun for Louis is doing. He's got GoPros he's got 2 or 3 in the plane, different angles, and he's got the 360 on the wing now.
Oh yeah,
the new
that small thing.
Yeah. The new 361 from, is it from GoPro? Yeah, it is from GoPro, isn't it?
Samsung, isn't it?
No. It's a new the new one from GoPro, the new 360 Lumia or something like that they call it. And I'm looking forward, because he was putting it on the last video.
Yeah.
He normally uploads every 2 days, but it's been 3 days, and so I'm hoping one will be up tonight or tomorrow to see that 360. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be good.
You know, because it's like Rob, who I interviewed last week. You know, he puts the Samsung 360 on his drone, and he said he hoped to go and do a lot more footage, because he hasn't got a lot on, you know, and he got a few more new subscribers through the one-to-one last week, so I'm hoping he's going to start putting a lot more stuff up. The new GoPro will cost a bomb. Yeah, it will do. I think so as well. Go. But you know, if you want to get anything into that, you know, because that's another avenue I'd like to do, is the 360 video. But at the moment, I just think if you wait 12 months, there'll be better cameras, and the software will be a lot better.
Yeah, I'm sure, because I think Matt's Big Dream did a review on one of them, and he said he were having all sorts of problems because it was a Samsung, and it weren't compatible with it for the longer videos. So if you did one above 1 or 2 minutes, there was nothing on his software. But if you did one for like just over a minute, the picture quality was
excellent.
Fine.
Yeah,
it was brilliant. So we're doing like 1 minute videos at the time. But I just wish that there were more software, like you say, to be more compatible with every phone going, not just for the specific phone that you need to get that extra long shot that you need.
Yeah. That's the problem with the Samsung Gear 360. You need the Samsung phone for it to work properly.
Sorry, Gail says, did you hear a new Maverick? Oh, there's a new Maverick drone out.
Yes, the new Platinum. Yeah. I have seen it and I've looked at it and read about it.
Oh,
So
can I just, sorry, Keith, can I just like say there's no swearing whatsoever in the chat box, guys. Don't matter if it's a laugh or a joke, no swearing whatsoever. Right, guys. Right, sorry, Keith, were you going to say something?
that you know, that's it. You know, the new Mavic drone looks nice, but you know, when you look, most of the drone footage that you see is, I would say 80% of it is seashores.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no people and they fly along rivers, a bit in the country, but to me, aerial shots should complement your video that you're making, ground shots and a vlog or an interview or whatever. To watch even 3 minutes of someone just flying fast, turning the drone round to do another round is boring. You know, I'm sorry to say that, you know, but I do find a lot of the drone footage I watch is absolute. But you get those in Iceland, you get that one in Switzerland, you get that one in Austria that I put up a couple of weeks ago. Breathtaking footage.
Oh, they were unbelievable. Like I say, that must be one in Switzerland that I like, in the mountains.
Yeah, yeah.
And the guy, oh, how high he got with that drone, I don't know, but it was so close to the mountains and that. Absolutely fantastic.
But
absolutely brilliant.
But this is the problem. Where do you go in this country, especially where I live? Where do you go?
Exactly.
You've got the Humber Bridge, yeah, which I could do, but there's a lot of Humber Bridge aerial footage already on the net. I can't really think of anywhere else. Normanby Hall, Scunthorpe. Would they let me fly there? Doubtful. So you've got to break the law.
Yeah, again.
So that's why I don't use my drone very much, because I'm thinking I've done all the seashore along Gleethorpes and the prom and everything like that, and I'm always thinking, well, where else can I go? And it's very hard to think where you can go.
Exactly. Yeah, I know what you mean. The one place that I do want to do a drone shot or a overhead shot is obviously Bramall Lane.
Yeah.
Which is a football ground near where I live. And where I live is not far from Bramall Lane. And I could quite easily go right up into the sky, zoom in, take a shot or two, do a video footage, and done.
Yeah, yeah.
But the drone I've got at the moment is pants. It's only a cheap Yazoo, whatever it is, I can't remember. I got it 30 quid off of eBay, something like that. And a bit of gust of wind and it's off.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so light and flimsy, and to control it, near impossible.
Yeah, well, I mean, now if you go on, see, I follow about 6 drone channels on Facebook. There's always DJI Phantom 3 standards coming up, and they're coming up at £200, £225.
Just having that £225 at the time, don't you?
Yeah, but I mean, you consider a year ago, brand new, they were £600 odd.
Oh yeah, at least.
You know, and I mean that one that I sell for my mate, 200. He got 225, I think.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at what. Jeanette's just put, he ain't getting one, Gail. It was Gail's put, I tried Pixie. I've told Jeanette what I want for Christmas.
Yeah, but no. I love him to bits, but not that much.
Charming.
Sure, that is. But this is it. You know how your finances are and what you want. You put it on your wish list. But there again, like with what I know now, I don't think I would have bought a drone, because I know 2 or 3 people with drones in the area now that I've met, you know, through. I could always ask them if they would do the footage for me.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be
Yeah,
cool, wouldn't
so
it?
if I'll have a look, see if there's anyone around your area, Bramall Lane, to see if they would, get a few aerial shots for you.
Yeah, that'd be quite fantastic. Because what I would do in that vlog, I'd be, I've got my idea in my head what I want. I'd obviously have a walk around Sheffield United with my camera, taking pictures, asking if I'm filming inside his shop and stuff like that, and lo and behold, ask if I can go inside the ground and film. If you don't ask, you don't get, do you? So, because I know there's one guy who's the Sheffield United vlogs are absolutely awesome. What's it called now? Shoreham View.
Yeah.
He does Sheffield United vlogs, a bit of swearing in it and whatnot. But he's actually had interviews with some of the players, and it was Billy Sharp,
Yeah.
Kieran Freeman, and there was another player, but I can't remember. It might be Paul Coots. I can't remember now. But he did videos, interviews, one-to-ones with those three. I was like, I asked him, I said, how the bloody hell did you get interviews with them? And he said, well, I just asked.
Yeah. If you ask, some people say yes.
Yeah. But it's like, how do you know where do you go to ask them?
The training ground. If you know where the training ground is, you go down there. You tell them you've got your own YouTube channel. Would any of the players mind being interviewed by you?
True.
And that's all you do. I mean, you just say you're a YouTube Sheffield United vlogger fan, which you are. You've got your own YouTube channel. You've got 900 and odd subscribers.
An odd? Have I?
No, you've got 900 as far as I know. But you just say you've got over 900 subscribers. Do you mind? Can I have an interview with you? If they say yes, you're laughing. If they say no, you just go.
In the face.
You just go. Thanks a lot and bye, don't you? And it's as you said. If you don't ask, you never get it.
Exactly.
Because some people won't think about asking.
No.
But
just put them right in the face and start interviewing them before they've even said no, and the player will get peed off. You know what I mean? Or that person will get peed off, whoever they're interviewing, and tell them to do one.
Yeah, but people like that, the football, because they're in the public eye, they're used to being interviewed. But if you was to happen to meet them out in the street or in the bar, that's not the place to interview.
No. That's their private time, isn't it?
Yeah. But if I don't know whether you know where the training ground is, but
yeah, I do. Yeah, it's not far from the hospital, actually.
Yeah. So all you do is you send the club an email. Could I explaining who you are, showing them your YouTube channel, and just say, I do a Sheffield United vlog. Can I interview a few of the players?
And then they might say, ban him because he's using Sheffield United footage.
No, because the footage doesn't belong to Sheffield United. It belongs to the FA.
But there's, how can I put it? They're trying to stop the filming of games whilst the game is on, with it being in the Championship and getting more Sky coverage.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of a flaw there, isn't there?
Yeah, it's the FA, because if you even film a local football match, the FA own the copyright, and if you put it on, you are breaking rules. Because I got commissioned to film a game at Brundle Park, an FA, a local cup final, and when I filmed it, I gave sold the disc to the 11 players, and they said it was for training purposes, so they got away with it. It's like I used to film at the local amateur theatre group. I used to film all their plays with 2 or 3 cameras set up, but I could never sell to the public. I could sell to the actors and actresses who took part, because because they said that it's a training purpose for them, because they look at it and they look back at where they went wrong. But if you sell to the public, it's copyright.
Gone. Exactly. I mean, I did one of my videos, my Sheffield United videos, which I thought was quite good, because the first time I read done it like that. I went on I can't remember, it might be on YouTube, and got different clips of United scoring goals.
Yeah.
Some were off Sky Sports, some were off foreign channels and everything. And I put them all together and thought, oh, that looks good. I'll upload that, monetize it, boom, them off again. Next minute says, yeah, your video's not been banned, but you cannot monetize this video because it's of copyright issues. I went, oh, okay then, no worries. So it's like, I thought, well, if I'm going to get videos like that, I'm going to have to try and catch it on my own phone or whichever camera I'm using. Because then I shouldn't get a copyright. But saying that, like I said previously, Sky's trying to clamp down on this live streaming, but I'm not live streaming, I'm recording.
Yeah.
But does that still count as copyright?
Yeah, oh yeah. It depends on how much you get. If you get, because by law, I think you're allowed to record 30 seconds.
Right.
And that's about it.
Well, that's
so you record 30 seconds intermittently.
Yeah.
Edit it, into, say, a minute of footage. I think you'd be all right. As long as the problem is when you do anything like that, don't monetize that bit. Yeah, that particular the vlog of the match day, because it's when you monetize, that's when the copyright comes in. If you don't monetize, and then you're not trying to earn money from it.
Yeah, true.
So and it's like if you've got footage of Billy Sharp scoring a goal and you get an interview with him, then you can use some of that footage, because you never get rid of your footage, because that is, any footage you've got of the game, you can always put a little bit of it in when you're interviewing him.
That's it, yeah.
And if that other person has already interviewed him, he must be willing to be interviewed.
Exactly, yeah. I'll never ever go up to up East Street. Say if I see him in town or something, say, "Hey, Billy, come here," and shove a camera in his face.
No.
Like we said earlier, got to get permission first, haven't you?
Yeah. Because I wouldn't like it. I mean,
I'd go up to her and say, "All right, Billy, mate, how's it going? Is there any chance, blah blah blah, on a later date, can I interview you? Because I know this is your private time, you know what I mean? So if he says no, fair enough. Says yeah, well, I'll give him my email address, get in contact with me. If he does, he does. If he don't, he don't.
Yeah, but I'd just go down to the training ground.
Yeah, that's the best bet.
While you're off, just go down to the training ground, and before you get your camera out, just go and ask, and then and they might even let you do a bit of the training routine.
You never know.
And you might get more than one interview. You might get a package of interviews where you can do them individually. And then your subscriber count's going to go.
Or it might go.
There must be a lot of Sheffield United fans who watch your channel.
I would have thought so. I know there's a few. I know certain there's about 5 or 6. But any more than that, I don't know. Because I post it on my Sheffield United forums on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because probably seen the Sheffield United Derby vlog. I think I got 500 and some views. So obviously somebody's watching it. Whether they watched it the whole way through is another matter.
Yeah.
Because I do get quite a lot of action on there from the pitch. So they might say, oh, we might have got goal here. I've not seen it. But the last one, I didn't get any goals.
Yeah.
Even though there was, 4 goals in the whole match. Yeah. So sometimes I get that fed up with holding my camera up. I'll stick it in my pocket, watching it, and then it's like, oh, crap, I should have recorded that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, there's certain stuff in everyday life that you wish you could record.
Yeah.
Or wish you had recorded. and you never caught it.
Yeah,
It's good vlogging footage.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, one-to-one you should do is with David Armitage about Apple.
Turning it on and off.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think that'd be a very interesting one-to-one with an Apple employee, especially now he's going to the States.
He's gone. He's there.
He's there, is he?
Oh. He's there already.
Yeah. So, you know, because you're friends with him, that would be a lovely one-to-one with him.
There you go, David. Is there the chat? Are you up for it? Live one-to-one, me and Dave.
Yeah, let's see if he answers. Yeah, because you know him personally, don't you? I mean, you have met him.
Oh, I've not met him yet.
Oh, you haven't met him? Well, you'll get to meet him on a one-to-one with him. And he's a Sheffield United fan. You know, I mean, he says sure.
Oh, there you go then. That's one booked in.
See, that's why I went to the Fitties, because he said he enjoyed the Fitties. I thought, well, I'll take my drone up and get a few drone shots. And then we drove round in the car and I got a few other camera shots. And it was only because David wanted to see it. I thought, oh, well, it gave me the incentive to go out and make it.
Well, that's it. So if there's any of you out there who know Sheffield at all, or even Gleethorpes, and you've not seen it being recorded or vlogged, let us know either in the chat or email us. Like, I've got my email on my about page, so has Keith. Just email us, let us know what's what, and we shall try and go out and video it for you.
Yeah. You know, it's asking your audience what they want to see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Because this is why I like Random Life Productions going out. You know, I mean, air videos going around those churchyards and other places of interest in London. I've never been to them, and I doubt if will ever get to them. But to see,
I didn't even know that churchyard existed.
No. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's at like our local churchyard. This, I think there's a bit of it where it's got 40 war graves in, which I didn't know until I looked at it on Google. I Googled it, and I thought, oh, I'll go and do a short video on those.
Wow.
And just find out who the 40 war graves belong to, and see if I can pick a bit of history up. But someone said on here that YouTube banning taking down church graveyard shots, but I don't know how true it is.
Yeah, I think Thorn Draven got a
video. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Thorn Draven got a video taken down. Why? I don't know. Unless it was the music or something. I don't know.
Yeah. But Gales have both been passed.
So well,
they have on my computer, but I can't watch them on my iPad and I can't watch them on my TV.
Oh.
They play on the computer, but they don't play at all on the.
Well, I'll have to have a look to that on our TV, see if I can get that one up.
Yeah. Because I thought to myself, when I did it on the iPad, you know, it just says content unavailable. I would say it was the music.
Could be. So it depends where she got the music from.
Yeah, because I get a lot on the iPad that I cannot watch, but when I come onto the laptop, I can play them and they play all right, or on the PC. But some of them don't even play on the TV, and I think that's due to the iPad or the TV where they won't allow it to be shown.
All right, because sometimes when I've had
she used copyrighted music. She used copyrighted music on it, and Apple must have their own. I don't know, YouTube through Apple, because it's only on the iPad or the iMac, but it works on the PC.
Yeah, because one of my videos I put up, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. They did a copyright strike on it because of the music. It says change music.
Yeah.
So they let me put one of the music at the YouTube thing that they've got.
Yeah.
And then it let me monetize it again. Then you see.
Yeah.
So it wasn't so bad then.
Yeah, I see she's put on the iPad will play on the desktop mode. Yeah, I never thought about, because I tried playing it through the app. If I use the desktop mode, it would play it. Yeah.
Ah, there you go. Right, I think because I'm starting to lose my voice, I need a cup of coffee. I would like to thank Keith, aka EagleVP, for coming in a live chat or live stream and allowing me to interview him for this one-to-one session. Thank you very much, Keith.
Thank you. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed seeing all the chat and the people in the chat. It's been great having them all in the chat, and it's been nice being interviewed by yourself, Chris.
Thought it would make a nice change for yourself, Keith, and I'll be looking forward to your videos and everybody else's videos. I do apologise all sorts if you've just come in. I'm just about to close the stream, even though I was up to 14 viewers just then. So, we have been on since 8:30. I said I was going to do it till 10 o'clock. It's now gone just 10 past 12. 10 past 12, 10 past 10. So yeah, I shall call it a night there, and thank you guys, thank you Keith, and I shall see you all in the next live stream.
Yeah. Bye. Just turn the live stream off, Chris, then.
Yeah, will do. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.